I will attempt to keep this short and sweet. I was very impressed by what we were all shown at the Starfield Direct, with a few exceptions. The game shows massive improvement over what we have seen before. Most of the problems that we saw in earlier trailers were fixed. You know, the smoke is not popping in and out as much anymore. However, the frame rate dropping and texture popping seems to still be an issue that they have not addressed, so I would caution you all to keep your height in check. Also, it seems that the frame rate for consoles will be locked at 30 FPS. I play on a PC, so it's not going to affect me at all. However, for those of you who do play on console, this might be a bit of a problem. Another thing that popped up was the way this game uses random procedural generation. Rather than being the procedural generation used in Daggerfall, which is where you had a preset tile set and it was baked in at the studio, now the game world will randomly generate from the preset tile set to where the terrain is just spiraled out every time you approach a planet. So every time you approach a planet, it will be different. And even if I land on the same place that you land on a planet, unless it's something like Jemison, which is a key place that I assume will not be this way, then it's going to be different every time, which will be a pain for the people who make game guides. But on the positive side of things, this could add greatly to replayability. However, we will have to wait and see. Another reason they probably did this is because if they tried to have all these planets baked in at launch, the file size on this game would be gigantic. So it does make sense. The shipbuilding was something that Bethesda was very proud of, for good reason, as it looks awesome. The sheer amount of choice is something that has my RPG gears spinning like a top. This may not be everyone's cup of tea, as it reeks of Fallout 4, but I'm looking forward to making a capital ship or 20 when I get my hands on Starfield, and I'm sure that plenty of people will be making godship builds, and the hilarity that will ensue will have us all busting our ribs at the guy who makes the ship that the guns have a plus 1 billion damage modifier that kills everything in the galaxy. However, on that note, the game will most likely have a lot of bugs due to all this player freedom. God, we're getting some player freedom in this title. But the execs of Microsoft have assured us that this will be the most bug-free game at launch that has ever been released by Bethesda. Once again, hold your hype. Trust but verify. Bethesda games have always been released with at least one annoying game breaker. If this game breaks that stereotype, I will be shocked. So please, rein in your expectations so that when the game releases, you aren't too disappointed or too mad and you rage quit. The quests look fun, and thankfully it seems that the team actually bothered to make them coherent. Shocking! Which is very nice. However, we won't know how good they are until we actually play the game, so I would once again suggest that you trust but verify. The crafting looks like a wait and see, as it could be very cool or very bland. The skills and classes, not exactly classes as their traits, look very interesting. They could be either really bland or really fun. The unique items may have the same problems that the Fallout games have, which is where you can just make the same thing at whatever workbench you're at. However, this is something we'll have to wait and see. Lastly, I would like to talk about the price. It's $69.99 United States dollars for the standard package, which is about normal right now, and the premium edition is $99.99 US dollars. In other words, it's $100. I think that I will probably purchase the latter and forever be laughed at for doing so, which may come to bite me in the ass, but what the heck, I have crummy internet, so I'll probably be playing it with the rest of you, even though the premium edition is supposed to be out 5 days early. Anyway, I think I'll wrap this up, so please hold your hype in check. I know it's going to be hard. Giggity. I will see you ladies and gentlemen later. This is Pete from The Heretical Nerd, signing off. Peace!